So we have a special video of friendship for each one of y'all, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it because I have Ruchika and Harshil along with me. So let's dive into our video and talk about different types of friendship, and let's see what we can learn from it. So Ruchika, can you share any type of friendship which you have encountered or you have learned?
So the first type of friendship which I would like to tell you all is like the friendship of utility. So I'll give an example and explain what does it mean. So for example, most of them are having work friends. Okay, so most of the discussion is related to work. Okay, and suppose the person leaves the company or gets transferred somewhere, so there will be conversation but very few conversations, because most of the conversation was related to work. But now that since that person has left, now there will be not much conversation. Only few times they will, suppose there is a festival or something like that, they will message and they will speak. But this type of friendships are most likely to dissolve.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So nice. Friendship of utility.
yeah.
So we have seen friendship of utility. Now let's see other kind of friendship. Harshil, can you share one?
Yes, so pleasant friendship is one of the types of friendship too, and I guess 80 to 90% friendships would be pleasant friendships. What it actually means is we when two people come together because of some of the habits that match, some of the likes that match. For example, both of them are foodie, so food is one common thing which is between them. So they come together, eat, partying, or maybe watching a football game. So anything that there is one motive wherein they come together. So I guess that is pleasant friendship. But the problem area again here is that there is no depth in the friendship, right? As soon as your likes change, your dislikes, probably your habits change too. So it will also naturally dissolve, like the friendship of utility.
Okay, so we have third kind of friendship. I think many of us are stuck over here, and let's discuss about this friendship, and that is toxic friendship. Can any one of you, like to tell about toxic friendship?
I guess Ruchika, if you can tell us about toxic friendships too.
Yeah, so for example, I am in a friendship with a person, but that person is doing something wrong, or which is not according to my morals or values. But and I know that I'm somewhere or the other getting influenced by this thing. So I think so. There should be a limit. Like, friendships are okay, but the moment you realize that your morals, your virtues and your values are getting affected somewhere, you should know your limits.
Yes, so toxic friendships, as the name itself suggests, any friendship that is toxic in nature, right? It is very unhealthy for you. You feel stressed, you feel depressed, you feel used, you feel taken for granted. So this is nothing but toxic friendship. And essentially, why a person is in toxic friendship is because probably he does not have anyone, or probably he's very attached to the other person. Basically, relationships we see this toxic friendship happening a lot. So as the name itself suggests, anything that pulls you down, your prayer life down, takes you away from God, is what we can say under toxic friendships.
So we have already seen three types of friendships. But what are the lasting friendships? And I feel virtuous friendships are the lasting friendships.
True.
Because here in virtuous friendships, the best part is what it is going to sustain. It is more than what is common between y'all. It is something good which both of y'all are striving together. It can be a good life, it can be heaven which you are striving together, it can be a relationship with God, holiness which you're striving together. And here basically the foundation is more stronger because a person is not using the other person for his personal needs, but going out of their way to help the person and to see what is best for the person. So I think, Harshal, can you give an example of virtuous friendship?
Uh, so for virtuous friendship, if you ask me, I feel it's just dying to yourself and seeing the good of other person.
Yes.
I
True.
guess that is the gospel values as well, what Jesus has taught us. So in simple words, for example, I really, my friend, he really likes movies, and one fine day I am very free, I want to go for a movie, and I know that his weakness is movies. So I can either call him and just tell him, let's go for movies, but either I can think, maybe he has his exams next week. So even if he comes with me today, his marks or his preparation may get affected. So you're seeing beyond your desires, you're seeing beyond what you want, and looking at what is good for that person. So this is what I feel is virtuous friendship, where you're seeing how that person can grow in all aspects of his life. And also to say, these are very few friendships, right? I mean, you may have
Very
really
few.
5,000 friends
Yeah.
on Facebook and 10,000 friends or connections everywhere, but virtuous friendship is the treasure that one can get, I feel.
So I can give you an example. So last week I was off from social media for almost 3 days, and I just realized one thing, that in those 3 days I only got call from 2 people. So I was like, now the what do you call it? The society has become so much social media oriented. Like you don't have that meaningful or virtuous friendships that much. So I was just thinking, like people are so much engrossed in social media with that thing, that they may feel lonely if they quit the social media, or if so basically that is the point, you don't want to get lonely. And that's when I realized that virtuous friendships are so rare. Just 2 calls. Yeah.
So virtuous friendships are really rare, and that comes us to our second question, that is it difficult to find good friends? And if it is difficult to find good friends, then what are the possible reasons? So let's dive into that. Like, what are the possible reasons, and is it difficult to find a good friendship in today's world?
So it's not difficult to find good friendships, right? Because you found Ruchika.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel it's not difficult to find good friendships. It is very difficult to find good friendships,
True.
right? And one of the things is the world has become very materialistic now. Uh, it's all about the phone you're using, the clothes you're wearing, the people you are associated with, how much wealth you have. So the natural form of liking or being sort of caring towards another person is kind of missing in today's world. You see movies, the hero wants to really fight off the villain, right? So it's revenge. So it's basic. Everything is revenge. Everything is what you can offer me. That is what is really hampering the relationships nowadays, I feel.
And Ruchika, you want to share?
Yes, so I feel the reason can be trust issues or the fear of rejection. So most of them come from the broken families. So there are many hurts, wounds which they have received in their own families, and they are afraid, or there is a fear within them that if they, the same thing may happen in friendship also. So they always keep a thing like, I will matlab,
Distance.
yes, keep a distance. Whatever is my work, I'll speak that much only, because I'm afraid to take that rejection, or I'm not able to trust that person. So that may be a reason that, yes.
So I feel there's a saying, दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीता है, right? So anyone who's got a bad experience
Yeah.
in a friendship and is got really heartbroken, and that person fails to trust the other person. He feels again someone is going to hurt me again, those things might happen. So he's not ready to completely be with the other person, completely share things, because he feel if I get too close,
The same thing may happen.
yeah, the same thing may happen. So again, I guess Ruchika shared a good point with that too.
Yeah, and to add to what both of them said, is basically our culture is more pleasure oriented rather than sacrifice oriented. Sacrifice is considered as an outdated virtue. Nobody wants to sacrifice. Everybody wants to see what can I get out of this person and how this person can be beneficial for me. And that is the reason we cannot find true friendship, because somewhere we feel there are some ulterior motives. There are certain motives which are hidden, and therefore it sometimes it's very difficult to trust people and to really be, find authentic and real through lasting relationships or friendships. So let's move on to our next question. So how can we improve our existing friendships or relationships? So if there are relationships in our life or existing friendships, how can we make it better and lasting and fruitful, so that it is not like, it is not like toxic friendship, but it is really giving you adding to your personality or doing something good for you. So can any one of you share?
So basically, I feel we're talking about good friendship and good friends, but if we really, see, it's all about us. How good have I been? We are expecting a lot that my friend should be like this, my friendship should be like this. But let us introspect within us. How many people have we been using just because of some motive? How many people we are just associated with because we are getting something from that person? So that is the point we need to make. Also, someone we have really good relationships around us. What have I done to strengthen that relationships, or am I only focused on my goals, my vision, my time, everything related to me, where you not even asked a person, you called him and asked how are you, how are things right now. So we need to assess our friendships, that what role am I personally playing in terms of empowering or strengthening that relationship, I feel. So introspection is one thing.
So I also want to add about Pope John Paul II saying us that the principle has to be the person should be the first person. Like the person should be the priority rather than using the person to achieve something from that person. Like he shouldn't be a means to achieve an end. Like to achieve a purpose, we are using a person, but rather than more than that, what is the person's needs? Like I should love the person for the sake of the person, not from what I get from the person. And I think that if we start practicing, we will be more happier. Ruchika, anything else you want to say?
So, the need of the hour, what you can say, is obviously love. So, there are various kinds of love, but the love which I feel is required in any friendship is what you call the agape love, which we have received it from Jesus itself.
Yeah.
And as they say, no, that God has loved us so much that we want to share that love with other people. So, the friendships which we have, so there should be forgiveness, understanding. So most of us are broken, so the broken things can be healed only through the main point, which is love. So I
Yeah.
feel love is very much important, as dying to oneself. He gave an example like love should be not based on ourselves, but keeping the person first. Yeah, loving the person, not with an motive of using, but seeing the good of the other person.
Yeah, so as Ruchika said, to add to that, I think relationship with God plays a
Yeah,
very
very
important
important
role.
role.
Like if we are in a good relationship with God, we are filled with God's love, and we
Yes.
can give that love to others, and that love can be transformative. Like it will transform lives. It will also transform us, and so I think to see a friend like Jesus who is loyal,
Yeah.
faithful, always there, unconditional, helps us to become like a friend like Jesus.
Yeah. True.
So to add to it, in terms of the spiritual context, if we see in the Bible as well, in the road to Emmaus, when Jesus broke the bread, the eyes of the people were opened, right, who were there with Jesus. So I feel when we have the Eucharist, when we have the sacraments, our eyes get opened, and we are sensitive to others' needs. We know what one person wants, or the people who are we associated with, what do they really want. So it's more than just the materialistic things. It's looking what is a person needing, or my friends, what help that sort of person is sort of needing. Yeah.
True.
So how can we improve the existing friendships or relationships? We can also with relationship with God and with love, we can have heart to heart conversations
Yeah.
with them. We can be very transparent and real with them, and the more we become a virtuous friend, we can find virtuous friends.
True.
So as Harshal said, the problem is more with us, and I think we have almost covered every topic. Is there
One
anything
more
else? So Ruchika, you say.
If you don't have virtuous friends, I would request you ask from God, because most of the time we don't ask. Ask and you shall receive. And God has seriously blessed. There was a point in my life where I was literally praying to God that I need virtuous friends. I need virtuous friends. And God has not blessed me single, but He has blessed me in double, triple portion. So you ask and you will receive. Yeah.
So we have done with this video. If you have liked this video, do like, share, subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, and we would like to have your support, your prayer support, so that if you have liked this series, we might continue. We don't know, by God's grace. Let's
Yes.
see. So take care. Bye bye.